My icy CEO has a gorgeous golden retriever, and I'm obsessed. Wide muzzle, big paws, and a tail like a fluffy plume. Every day, I trail behind my boss, Orson Gable, like some undercover detective just to catch a glimpse of that dog. I have to touch it. I just have to. The problem? Orson Gable is as unapproachable as he is devastatingly handsome, the kind of man who lives for scheduling last-minute meetings on Friday afternoons. Small talk isn't his thing. Honestly, it's not mine either, at least not when it comes to him. But this month, I've been hitting every single KPI out of the park. I swear I can feel the ice in his expression start to melt. There's even the faintest twitch of a smile when he looks over my reports. That's my opening. I take a deep breath, pull out my phone, and type the boldest message of my career. Mr. Gable, can I come over and pet your dog? But my thumbs move too fast, and in the worst possible moment, I accidentally delete the last two words before hitting send. Mr. Gable, can I come over and pet you? 15 long, agonizing minutes pass. No reply. This is bad. Really bad. The kind of bad where HR gets involved. The elevator dings. Orson steps out, eyes fixed on his phone. I nearly crash into him. Why is he staring at his phone but ignoring my message? His gaze finally lifts. He adjusts his gold-rimmed glasses. A move I've learned usually means he's about to deliver bad news. Willa, he says, voice low and smooth. Don't you think that request is a little unconventional? My mind explodes into chaos. A herd of alpacas stampedes across my thoughts. Around the office, we call him Gable the slave driver. The man won't even let me touch his dog. Still, I straighten my back like I'm sitting in a board meeting and say, with all due respect, Mr. Gable, I don't think it's unconventional at all. Employee mental wellness is essential for productivity, I add, keeping my tone professional. And with my workload being so heavy, I could use some therapeutic relief. To my shock, a faint blush creeps up over his sharp cheekbones. He lowers his head, steps a fraction closer, and murmurs, I'll think about it. But you can't ask anyone else. And just like that, he walks away, leaving me to wonder, who else in the entire company even owns a golden retriever? The morning drags on. My mind keeps drifting to that dog, that gorgeous, golden creature with fur like spun silk. I pull out my phone and stare at a photo I secretly snapped. You're just a big baby, aren't you? I think to myself with a smile. Willa, are you seriously looking at a picture of the boss? Jenna, my work best friend, appears out of nowhere, nearly making me drop my phone. The picture, of course, includes Orson holding the leash. As if on cue, Orson walks past, knocks on my desk, and says, no daydreaming on company time. It's officially our lunch break, I counter. And this is a legitimate method of de-stressing. His reply is merciless. My office. This afternoon. Jenna pats my shoulder in pity. Girl, good luck. Last time someone got the talk, they cried for 3 hours straight. Could he really be this upset over a single message? Later, I knock on his office door, my heart pounding. He's flipping through the Q3 earnings report, not even glancing up. I decide to go for full-on damage control. I bow slightly and blurt, Mr. Gable, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have made such an inappropriate request. It's basically asking for freebie, and I know there are paid places for this kind of thing. I'll just go elsewhere. There are plenty of dog cafes in the city, full of dogs begging to be petted. I don't need to obsess over one dog. The sound of a coffee mug hitting the desk makes me jump. When I look up, his face is pure ice, but there's a flicker of something unfamiliar as he fiddles with his watch, a habit I've never seen from him before. So you go find paid services? What do you take me for, Willa? Someone you can just summon and then walk away from? Well, you didn't exactly say yes, I mutter. He hears me. A humorless laugh escapes him. You're not going to those places. They're not clean. Do you understand? My frustration boils over. Those cafes are perfectly fine. If you're not willing, there are plenty of other people who are. Sometimes they just come up to me on the street. I'm not exactly short on options. And what do you mean, not clean? You can't just declare the grapes sour because you can't have them. Orson slams the report shut. Willa, do you even realize what you're saying? Oh no. My mouth moved faster than my brain again. Is this it? Am I about to get fired after years of loyal service? I stare at the floor, twisting the hem of my blouse nervously. After a long pause, he sighs. Did I ever actually say no? I just need time to prepare myself. Relief floods me. Okay then. Just make sure it's washed and maybe trimmed so it's clean and presentable. His lips tighten. His lashes lower. Another sigh. You have a lot of conditions. You can go now. I'll let you know the date. Finally, something to look forward to. I'll get to meet the dog. That evening, a message pings on my phone. I've decided. The day after tomorrow. My place, or somewhere else. Going to his house seems a bit much. Your office is fine, Mr. Gable. It'll be quick. In the office? Someone might see. That wouldn't be good. And a quick pet might not be enough. What an odd man. But if he wants me to take longer, who am I to argue? We can just lock the door. Pretend we're talking about work. The next day, I bump into him in the parking garage. Morning, Mr. Gable. I say lightly. He's wearing a brand new tailored suit that fits like it was made for him. Honestly, if he weren't my boss, just looking at his face would be enough to reduce my stress levels. He doesn't meet my eyes as he hands me a coffee. I bought an extra. In the break room, I overhear two coworkers whispering like they've just discovered office gold. Is it just me, or is Mr. Gable in a ridiculously good mood today? I said good morning, and he actually smiled at me. I know, right? I've been here for 3 years, and this is the first time I've seen him smile. And that suit. You think he's got a hot date? The man's practically glowing. My gaze shifts through the glass wall of his office. He is looking unusually radiant. Maybe he really does have a girlfriend. Honestly, with his looks, that body, and his own company, it'd be more surprising if he didn't. If he weren't my boss, I might have a hard time resisting him myself. But I'm just an underling. The most I can hope for is petting his dog. Anything beyond that is out of the question. After work, I swing by the supermarket to pick up ingredients for homemade dog biscuits, a little peace offering for my soon-to-be furry friend. Halfway through browsing, my phone rings. It's Orson. The place is so noisy I can barely hear. What should I wear tomorrow? Did he just ask what the dog should wear? Oh, no need for clothes. It's better without. Feels more natural. Just make sure you've got the leash. Are you sure? An elderly man's cart crashes into my ankles. I just want to end this call before I lose my temper. Yes, I'm sure. It's loud here, Mr. Gable. Gotta go. Back home, I throw myself into baking. 2 hours later, I've got a tray of perfect, chicken-flavored biscuits cooling on the counter. Then I see his follow-up text. So what does this make us? What's our relationship now? Relationship? Between me and the golden retriever? I think back to the first time I saw it, the way it tilted its head and looked right at me. My world tilted with it. Like the poet said, one meeting of gold and jade outweighs 1,000 in the mortal realm. I guess you could call it love at first sight. Really? You mean that? Because for me it was too. Did Orson also fall in love with his dog at first sight? Not that I could blame him. It's the most perfect golden I've ever seen. It seems we share the same taste, boss. The next morning, I ride the elevator with him. Strangely, there's no dog in sight. Maybe the office crowd makes it too obvious, and he plans to sneak back for it later. For the first time ever, his eyes soften when they meet mine. You're not dressed warmly enough. Didn't you notice the temperature dropped? Before I can answer, he drapes his suit jacket over my shoulders. I stand frozen in disbelief. Did my boss take some kind of mood-altering pill? I spend the morning wondering if I missed some massive work blunder, but nothing comes to mind. Near noon, when most of the office has gone out to eat, my phone buzzes. Come to my office. Now. Immediately, I picture a wagging golden retriever tail. Hang on, little pup, I'm on my way. But when I step inside, the only living creature there is Orson himself, leaning against his desk with a faint flush on his face. I set the container of biscuits down, still scanning the room. No sign of fur or paws. He locks the door, picks up the container, and asks, "Are these for me?" I nod, confused. I did everything you asked. Washed up, brought the leash, even trimmed it. I blink. That's when I notice his outfit today is different. And dangerously good-looking. I shake off the thought. So, can you let it out now? I've been waiting so long. His voice is uncharacteristically gentle, his gaze oddly hazy. Of course. But you'll have to take responsibility for me. Wait, what? Since when does petting a dog require responsibility? Before I can speak, he loosens his tie and starts undoing his shirt. That's when I see it, a sleek black collar around his neck, engraved with my name. By the third button, his chest is partly revealed, A tantalizing glimpse that's almost illegal. I steel myself and blurt. What are you doing? Where's the dog? A flicker of disappointment crosses his face, but the tips of his ears are crimson. Oh, so you're into that. He takes my hand, places it on the collar, and then sinks to his knees. It's right here. I snatch my hand back like I've touched a live wire. Wait. The dog I meant isn't this kind of dog. His eyes fill instantly with hurt. It didn't really go find one of those paid ones, did you? Half kneeling before me, he's the complete opposite of the ruthless CEO from our meetings. The difference is dizzying. I stare at the open collar of his shirt, my mind glitching. He takes my silence as an opening, stands, and cages me against the wall. Willa, what do they have that I don't? He pulls my hands around his waist, his warm breath brushing my neck. I already said yes, didn't I? If you don't want to help me, I can help you. I'm utterly lost. What are you even talking about? I was talking about your actual, four-legged dog. He pulls me into a tight hug. My brain flatlines. I'm just a girl who wants to pet a dog. How did it come to this? The scent of his expensive cologne is overwhelming. I snap out of it, shove him away, and glare. Even if you're my boss, you can't pull tricks like this. A slow, dangerous smile spreads across his face. You don't like this? Fine. I can try something else. My thoughts turn to scrambled eggs. My cool, untouchable boss is literally offering himself up to me. But no, this is wrong. You're a liar. You promised me a dog. I storm out, shouting over my shoulder. You're a pervert, Orson Gable. I quit. A few coworkers who've already returned from lunch stare at me. Jenna gives me a pitying look. Poor Willa. You've made the boss's list now. You're finished. The others murmur in agreement. I slump at my desk, still reeling. My phone buzzes again. Willa, you started this. What's the meaning of backing out now? I want to cry. I never started anything with you. I was just stressed when I sent that message. But the memory of him in that collar makes my face burn. Through the glass wall, I see him watching me. His shirt is still unbuttoned at the top, his Adam's apple bobbing. Another message, so you were just playing with me? What else would he think? I only wanted to pet a dog. I type back quickly. Plenty of people probably pet it every day. One more, or less isn't a big deal. Why are you being so possessive? And you lied. I didn't get to pet anything. I glance up, his eyes are bloodshot as he stares me down. Willa, you're a monster. Yesterday you said you loved it, and today you've changed your mind. I was wrong about you. Forget what I said. He backs out faster than a sports car in reverse. 1 minute he promises, the next he's rescinding it. Fine. I'm not the one begging here. Whatever. I have plenty of dogs in my neighborhood. I don't need yours. Neighborhood? How many have you been seeing? Tell me right now. I tick them off on my fingers. Rocky, Duke, Luna, Daisy, maybe a dozen in total. One's named Luna? Is that a stage name? I shrug. That's just what her owner calls her. His expression darkens like a storm cloud. He yanks off his tie and sends one final message. Willa, you're a fickle, heartless woman. I will never forgive you. The rest of the afternoon feels off. The air in the office is heavy, like a storm brewing, and Orson Gable is in a mood. Not the silent, brooding kind of mood either. The sharp, dangerous one where even the sound of a stapler might earn you a death glare. It's so tense that I don't even dare sneak a snack. Around 4 o'clock, just as my eyelids start drooping, a half-eaten bag of dog biscuits drops onto my desk with a loud thump. It's the exact bag I gave him. I look up. He's standing over me, crumbs stuck to the corner of his mouth, eyes narrowed. These biscuits are bland. Were you trying to poison me? I sit up straight, answering with absolute seriousness. Dogs can't have much seasoning, so I kept them plain. He presses his palm to his forehead, breathing like he's trying not to yell. Then he raises his voice so the whole floor can hear. Willa Crane, don't think your sales numbers make you untouchable. I can still fire you. He leans in close, lowering his tone to a venomous whisper. And who the hell wants to be your dog anyway? He storms off, leaving the office in stunned silence. My team groans in unison. Willa, what did you do? The boss is ready to blow. I don't want you to leave. We'll never get a team lead as good as you again. It's official. Everyone knows I'm doomed. Including me. Fine. A diamond still shines wherever it's dropped. After work, I head to the parking garage. That's when I spot a fluffy yellow tail sticking out from under my car tire. I make a soft clicking sound with my tongue, and a tiny golden retriever pokes its head out. It looks a little like Orson's dog if Orson's dog had been on a hunger strike for a month. Skin and bones, eyes too big for its face. It's fate. I didn't get to pet the famous Gable Show dog, so the universe delivered me a stray. On impulse, I scoop it up and take it home. Now I have my own fluff ball. No more begging Orson for access to his. I can't wait to rub it in. Mr. Gable, I have a new puppy now. I don't need you anymore. Goodbye. His reply is immediate. Where did you get it? Puffing my chest with pride, I type. Found it on the street. It didn't have a home, so I gave it one. Seconds later, my phone lights up with a video call. He looks furious. Willa, are you doing this just to spite me? I told you not to bring home strays. They're not clean. I glance at the little pup, happily slurping goat's milk mixed with kibble. It's just a baby. I'm probably the first person who's ever cared for it. Relax. I can't resist twisting the knife. I just wanted you to know I have my own dog now. No need to beg you for anything anymore. I hang up with a smug tap and open LinkedIn. Tomorrow, I'll just pack at my desk. Right on cue, a message arrives. Be in my office at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We have something important to discuss. The termination meeting. Called it. Rather than wait for the axe, I swing first. If you're going to fire me, just say it. I wasn't planning to stay anyway. I'll hand in my resignation tomorrow. His reply is instant. Did I say I was firing you? You're quitting just because I wouldn't let you pet me? I think about it. Yes. You broke your promise. Played with my feelings. I'm done here. The sting of betrayal is real. I even remember having a small crush on him when I first joined the company. But in his eyes, I was always just another cog. When he agreed to let me pet his dog, I'd been secretly thrilled, thinking maybe we were closer than I thought. I was wrong. Orson Gable never really saw me. Another message pops up. I'm sorry. It was my fault. I blink. Did the man just apologize? You can pet the dog, but no other dogs. Is this a bribe? A way to keep me around with his purebred show dog? Well, if I could pet it every day, maybe I could reconsider. If you let me pet it daily, I'll stay. He agrees without hesitation. Deal. But no quitting talk. I'm stunned. I actually pulled this off. So after work tomorrow, I'll come to your place? The dog will be waiting. The next day, Jenna leans over. Willa, have you noticed Mr. Gable keeps staring at you from his office? He's watching for mistakes. He's going to fire you, she hisses. I glance at his window. He quickly looks away, wearing a strangely guilty expression. Something feels off. After work, I ride with him to his house. The moment we pull up, I see the golden retriever in the garden, tail wagging like mad. I don't wait. Puppy, I'm here. I start running toward it and suddenly get caught in a strong embrace. So eager, he murmurs. Let's go inside first. The dog trots in behind us. Up close, it's even cuter than I remember, but it just stares at me, brow furrowed. Weird. Dogs usually love me instantly. I turn around and almost drop dead on the spot. Orson is standing there, wearing a pair of wolf ears and a black leather shoulder harness. Mr. Gable, your home attire is very unique. He smiles faintly. I prepared it just for you. Don't you like it? I stare at Orson, my brain short-circuiting like a faulty laptop. Wolf ears? A leather harness? This man runs a multi-billion-dollar company, and here he is, dressed like he's auditioning for a furry convention. The golden retriever, let's call him Goldie for now, since Orson never mentioned a name, tilts his head at me, mirroring my confusion. At least the dog isn't judging. Mr. Gable, I say slowly, trying not to let my eyes wander to the way the harness accentuates his broad shoulders. Bad Willa. Focus. Is this some kind of costume party? Or did I interrupt your private time? He steps closer, that faint smile turning into something almost predatory. His cologne hits me again, sandalwood and something spicy that makes my knees wobble. You said you wanted to pet the dog. I thought this would make it more fun. Natural like you suggested. No clothes, right? No clothes? Oh God, the phone call in the supermarket. He thought, wait, no. This can't be happening. My mind races back to every message, every awkward exchange. The leash, the trimming, the collar with my name on it. Holy biscuits, he thinks I'm into this? I burst out laughing. I can't help it. It's either that or run screaming into the garden. Orson, Mr. Gable, this is hilarious. I mean, the ears are cute, but I was talking about your actual dog. The four-legged one with a tail that wags. Goldie chooses that moment to bound over, sniffing my shoes like he's finally decided I'm not a threat. I kneel down immediately, burying my hands in his fluffy fur. Heaven. Pure. Golden heaven. His tail thumps against the floor, and he licks my face with enthusiasm. Orson freezes, his face cycling through confusion, embarrassment, and then something softer. He adjusts the wolf ears self-consciously. You meant Rufus? My actual dog. Rufus. That's his name. I coo at the pup, scratching behind his ears. He rolls over, exposing his belly for rubs. Yes, you big fluffy boy. Who's a good dog? You are. Orson clears his throat, rubbing the back of his neck. The flush on his cheeks is back, deeper than before. So all this time, the messages, the biscuits, the collar, you thought I was talking about Rufus? I glance up, still petting the dog. Well, yeah. What did you think I meant? He mutters something under his breath that sounds suspiciously like puppy play, but I pretend not to hear. Instead, he sinks onto the couch, looking defeated. Willa, I think we've had the mother of all misunderstandings. No kidding. But as I sit there, Rufus's head in my lap, I can't deny the spark. Orson in that getup is ridiculous but also kind of hot. Like, the vulnerability in his eyes right now. We spend the next hour talking, awkwardly at first. He explains how my typo sent his mind straight to the gutter, or whatever kinky alley that was, and how he's been harboring a crush on me for months. Me. The girl who sneaks dog pics in meetings. I confess my dog obsession and how stressed work makes me. Rufus acts as the perfect icebreaker, fetching toys and demanding attention from both of us. By the time I leave, Orson walks me to my car, sans wolf ears but still in the harness because it's comfortable. He hesitates, then says, Willa, can we start over? Dinner tomorrow? With Rufus, of course. I smile, my heart doing a little flip. Only if I get to pet the dog again. He grins. Deal. The next day at work, everything feels different. Orson, wait, can I call him Orson now? Keeps stealing glances at me through his office window. Not the death glares from before, but soft, almost shy looks that make my stomach flutter. Jenna notices immediately. Girl, what happened? Yesterday you were quitting. Today the boss is flirting like a teenager? I shrug, playing it cool. We cleared up a misunderstanding. Turns out he's not a total slave driver. She raises an eyebrow. Misunderstanding? Like about work stuff? Something like that. No way am I spilling the puppy play details. That's staying buried. At lunch, Orson texts. Pick you up at 7? Rufus is excited. I reply with a dog emoji and spend the afternoon floating on a cloud. But doubt creeps in. What if this is just pity? Or worse, what if he's still into that kinky stuff and thinks I am too? Dinner is at a fancy Italian place with a dog-friendly patio. Rufus sits between us like a chaperone, tail wagging as we share pasta. Orson opens up, talks about starting the company young, the pressure of being untouchable, how Rufus is his only real companion. Until now, he adds, his hand brushing mine. My heart melts. I get it. Work's been killing me. Rufus is like therapy on 4 legs. He laughs, a real, deep sound that vibrates through me. You know, I thought your message was fate. I've been wanting to ask you out for ages, but you're so focused. Intimidating, even. Me? Intimidating? I snort. Please. I'm the one trailing you for dog access. The night ends with a walk in the park. Rufus pulls us along, and when our hands link, it feels natural. At my door, Orson leans in. Good night, Willa. His kiss is soft, tentative, like he's still nervous. But it ignites something in me. Maybe this misunderstanding was the best thing ever. Back home, I text him. Thanks for tonight. Rufus was the star. He replies, jealous of my own dog. See you tomorrow? Word spreads fast in the office. By Monday, everyone's whispering about how Orson smiled at me in the hallway. Jenna corners me. Spill. Are you too? We're figuring it out. I admit, blushing. But work doesn't stop. Orson calls me into his office for a meeting. Rufus is there, curled up on a dog bed. Thought you could use some therapy during the quarterly review, he says with a wink. We go over reports, but it's interspersed with dog breaks and stolen glances. His foot nudges mine under the desk, and I nearly drop my pen. After, he walks me out. Dinner again? My place. I promise no costumes this time. I laugh. As long as Rufus is there. At his house, we cook together. Well, I bake more dog biscuits while he handles the human food. Rufus supervises, stealing scraps. Over wine, we talk deeper. My family, his loneliness as a billionaire bachelor. I fell for you first, you know, he confesses. Watching you crush those KPIs? Hotter than any fantasy. I tease him about the collar. So, about that side of you? He groans, hiding his face. Forget it ever happened. But later, as we cuddle on the couch with Rufus between us, his arm around me feels right. The kiss goodnight is longer, spicier. I'm falling hard. Things heat up. We sneak lunches together, Rufus tagging along. But trouble brews when an ex-employee, Vanessa, Orson's old flame, shows up for a business meeting. She's all legs and red lipstick, eyeing me like I'm the intern. In the break room, she corners me. So, you're the new pet project? Careful. Orson gets bored easily. I bristle. I'm not a project. And if you're here for Rufus, he's mine now. She laughs. Rufus? Oh, honey, that's not what I meant. Orson shuts her down in the meeting, but jealousy gnaws at me. That night, at his place, I confront him. What's her deal? Ancient history, he says, pulling me close. You're the one I want. To prove it, he takes me on a weekend getaway, with Rufus, of course. A cabin in the woods, hikes, bonfires. No work, just us. The nights are steamy. Whispered confessions, hands exploring. You're mine, Willa, he growls, and I believe him. But Vanessa texts him, stirring drama. Miss our playdates? With a winking emoji. I see it by accident. Storm clouds gather. Back at the office after our blissful weekend getaway, the air feels charged with possibility. Orson and I exchange secret smiles across the conference room during meetings, and Rufus becomes our unofficial mascot, lounging in his office during lunch breaks where I sneak in for quick petting sessions, both the dog and, occasionally, a stolen kiss from my boss. But reality crashes in like a poorly timed email. Vanessa's text pops up on Orson's phone while we're sharing a coffee in the break room. I catch a glimpse by accident. Miss our playdates? And my stomach twists into knots. Playdates? With her? The woman who exudes confidence like it's her signature perfume? I try to play it cool, stirring my coffee a little too vigorously. Old friend? I ask, forcing a casual tone. Orson glances at his phone, his expression tightening for a split second before he pockets it. Ancient history, Willa. Nothing to worry about. But the seed of doubt is planted, watered by my overactive imagination. What if those playdates were code for something more? After all, Orson's past with the whole puppy play revelation makes me wonder if there's more to his history than he's let on. That night, at his place, Rufus greets me with enthusiastic tail wags, but Orson seems distracted, typing furiously on his laptop. I curl up on the couch with the dog, scratching his belly while stealing glances. Everything okay? I venture. He sighs, closing the screen. Vanessa's trying to stir up trouble. She's pitching a collaboration with her new firm, but it's just an excuse to meddle. He pulls me close, his lips brushing my forehead. You're the only one I want playdates with now. I melt a little, but the jealousy lingers like a bad aftertaste. To shake it off, Orson suggests we volunteer at a local animal shelter the next day, his way of proving his point. We spend the afternoon surrounded by yapping puppies and meowing kittens, handing out treats and cleaning cages. Rufus tags along, getting adorably jealous when I pet a scruffy terrier mix. See, Orson teases, wrapping an arm around my waist. Even he knows you're spoken for. One pup in particular catches my eye, a tiny golden retriever lookalike with floppy ears and sad eyes. He's like a mini Rufus. I coo, kneeling to let him lick my hand. Orson watches us, his gaze softening. We could adopt him. Expand the family. My heart swells, but Vanessa's text haunts me. Later, over shelter-provided coffee, I blurted out, what did she mean by playdates? He chuckles, setting down his cup. Literally volunteering here, years ago. We walked dogs together. That's it. No collars, no leashes. Well, except for the actual dogs. His eyes twinkle with mischief. Jealous. A little, I admit, blushing. He pulls me into a hug, right there amid the kennels, and whispers assurances that make my toes curl. Relief washes over me like a warm bath. But as we leave, hand in hand with Rufus trotting beside us, Orson freezes. I love you, Willa, he says suddenly, his voice raw and vulnerable in the parking lot sunset. I stare, my breath catching. You what? I love you, he repeats, cupping my face. Misunderstandings and all. Tears prick my eyes. I love you too. Our kiss is electric, sealing the moment as Rufus barks approval. But little do we know, storm clouds are gathering. Vanessa isn't done yet. The merger announcement hits the office like a caffeine-fueled frenzy. Gable Innovations is acquiring a rival tech firm, and Orson transforms into full CEO mode. Late nights, endless calls, and a stress level that rivals a ticking bomb. Our budding romance takes a backseat as he snaps orders left and right, his usual soft glances replaced by furrowed brows. I try to be understanding. After all, this deal could skyrocket the company, but it stings when he cancels our dinner plans for the third time in a week. Willa, not now, he mutters one evening as I bring him a homemade sandwich to his office. Rufus whines from his dog bed, sensing the tension. Hurt flares in my chest.
Fine.
Enjoy your spreadsheets. I storm out, slamming the door harder than intended. Jenna finds me in the break room, nursing a vending machine soda. Trouble in paradise, she asks, eyebrow arched. He's turning into the slave driver again, I groan. Work comes first. She pats my shoulder. Fight for him, girl. Show up with that dog magic of yours. Inspired, I bake a fresh batch of dog biscuits that night, chicken and peanut butter, Rufus's favorite, and mix in some human-friendly cookies for Orson. The next day, after hours when the office is a ghost town, I sneak into his suite with Rufus in tow. He's hunched over his desk, tie loosened, looking exhausted. We need to talk, I say, setting the treats down. Rufus bounds over, nuzzling his leg. Orson looks up, surprise melting into weariness. Willa, I can't. Yes, you can. I perch on his desk, handing him a cookie. You're killing yourself with this merger. And us. He rubs his temples, crumbling. The pressure, if this fails, everything I've built, including what we have, could collapse. I don't want to lose you. My heart aches. You won't. But you need balance. I pull him into a hug, Rufus jumping up to join. We talk for hours. His fears of failure, my feelings of neglect. Tears mix with laughter as Rufus fetches a stress ball, lightening the mood. The merger prep intensifies, but Orson makes time. Quick walks with Rufus during breaks, whispered, I love yous, in the elevator. I dive in too, offering insights from my sales reports that impress the board. Your input sealed the deal, he tells me later, promoting me to lead strategist amid cheers. To celebrate the successful merger, he surprises me with a rooftop dinner at the office building, candles, wine, and Rufus with a bow tie. You're my anchor, Willa, he says, toasting. The night turns spicy, dessert forgotten as we sneak to his office couch, bodies entwining in a frenzy of pent-up passion. Gasps echo softly, his hands exploring with reverence. I need you, he murmurs against my skin. Afterward, tangled in blankets with Rufus snoring nearby, I trace his chest. We got through this. He kisses my forehead.
Together.
With the merger dust settled, our relationship blooms like a well-watered garden. Sneaky office rendezvous become our thrill. A quick meeting in the supply closet turns into heated kisses, Rufus standing guard outside with a chew toy to muffle any sounds. Shoo, someone might hear. I giggle as Orson's lips trail down my neck. Let them, he growls playfully, but we keep it discreet for now. One afternoon, he surprises me at my desk with a velvet box. My heart races, too soon for that, but inside is a custom collar for Rufus. Engraved with Willa and Orson's best boy, it's adorable and symbolic. Thought we'd make it official, he says, clipping it on the dog, who preens proudly. Tears well up. I love it, and him more every day. Nights at his place deepen our bond. We cook elaborate meals. Well, he cooks while I entertain Rufus with tricks, then curl up for movies. Conversations turn intimate, his past relationships, sparse and unfulfilling, my dreams beyond the office. I want a life with you, he confesses one evening, fingers intertwined. The spicy side emerges gradually. Over wine, he opens up about his fantasies, the puppy play that started as a joke but hinted at vulnerability. Only if you're comfortable, he assures, cheeks flushing. I tease. Maybe a little. But let's start slow. We experiment lightly, him on a leash, playful, not serious, commands mixed with laughter. It's fun, trusting, us exploring boundaries with consent and care. One night, it escalates. Dim lights, soft music, his good boy, whispers turning into moans as I take control. Bodies slick, breaths ragged, we collapse in ecstasy. You're incredible, he pants, pulling me close. Rufus interrupts with a bark, demanding his own pets. We laugh, the moment perfect in its absurdity. But whispers start in the office. Someone saw us leave together. Secrets can't stay hidden forever. Vanessa slithers back into our lives like an uninvited snake at a garden party. She emails Orson about a joint venture, but her real game is sabotage. Rumors swirl through the office grapevine. Orson's into weird stuff. Ask Willa about the collars. Snickers follow me in the hallways, and Jenna pulls me aside. What's going on? People are saying you two are kinky? My face burns. It's a misunderstanding again. But panic sets in. How does she know? I confront Orson in his office. Door locked. Vanessa's spreading lies. This is your past coming back to bite us. He paces furious. She must have hacked my old emails or something. I'll handle it. But evidence mounts. Leaked messages from years ago, twisted to look current. Drama peaks at the company gala, a glittering event with champagne and schmoozing. Vanessa corners us on the dance floor, smirking. Nice color story, Orson. Puppy play? How original. She outs it publicly, microphone in hand during toasts, to Orson and his unique tastes. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Humiliation crashes over me like a wave. Tears stinging, I bolt from the ballroom, heels clicking on marble as I flee to the rooftop. Orson chases, breathless. Willa, wait. I don't care what they think. I love you, misunderstandings, rumors, all of it. I whirl, angry and hurt. But I do. This is my career, too. He pulls me into his arms, the city lights twinkling below. We'll fix this. Together. His kiss is desperate, pleading. But as we descend, the damage is done. Whispers follow us home. The next day, the office is a minefield of awkward glances. HR calls us in separately, probing the rumors. Is there any truth? They ask me. Personal matters. I deflect, but inside I'm fuming. Orson launches an investigation. Cybersecurity experts trace the leaks to Vanessa's IP. We expose her at an emergency all-hands meeting. He presents evidence calmly, voice steady. This was sabotage. And as for my personal life, it's none of anyone's business, but Willa is the best partner, in work and life. The team rallies, applause, supportive emails. We love a good rom-com twist. Jenna texts, Vanessa's ousted, her firm blacklisted. To heal, Orson whisks me away on a romantic trip, a secluded beach house with Rufus frolicking in the waves. Walks on the sand, seafood dinners, nights of passion under stars. Marry me, he proposes one evening, down on one knee with a ring sparkling like the ocean. Rufus nudges the box forward like a ring bearer. Tears of joy. Yes. We return stronger, the office buzzing with positivity. Our story becomes legend, the typo that sparked true love. Wedding planning is a whirlwind. Office-themed invites, reports as programs, dogs everywhere as guests. Rufus walks me down the aisle in a tuxedo collar, tail wagging furiously. Vows exchange amid laughter. Orson promises to let you pet the dog anytime. I vow to love you, misunderstandings included. The reception is spicy. Dancing, cake, stolen kisses in corners. Honeymoon in Italy, with Rufus, of course, features villa romps, gelato, and lazy days exploring ruins. Back home, we adopt another dog, a scruffy rescue named Luna, nodding to our past jealousy spats. Our family grows, a house filled with fur, barks, and love. Years later, with kids toddling around, human ones, that is, Orson still gazes at me like I'm his world during board meetings. Best typo ever, he murmurs one anniversary, collar Rufus's in hand. I agree, petting our pack. From enemies to lovers, one wagging tail at a time. Our rom-com life. Perfect, playful, forever.